Today on our 2016 Subaru Outback Wagon, we've got the CURT Premium folding and tilting 4 bike rack out, doing a test fit on it. This bike rack works great for 2-inch hitches. Part number on it is C18064. Now the CURT Premium bike rack has a couple really nice features about it. To start, we've got a small taper back here on our cradle arms. That's to help accommodate those smaller bike frames, your kids' bikes. So we can get mom's bike, dad's bike, both kids' bikes back here. And no matter how narrow that frame section is or that triangulated section is, should be able to go over here and be secured nicely. Now in each position, we're going to have 3 straps holding the bike in place. We're going to have 2 for our top frame tube and also an anti-sway cradle. Does a pretty good job of keeping that bike from moving forward to back. To release the straps, we just pull down and out on them. They've got several different choices there as far as size goes, so whether you got larger tubes or smaller tubes, it should be a great rack for you. Go ahead and pull that off. Those taper on that back side of that rack really does help with getting the bikes on and off. You don't have quite so wide of a section while you're doing it. While you get the straps connected, you can take a look in the cradles there. They're going to be grooves right down there in the bottom of them. Helps to accommodate any brake or shifter cables that might be in there. As you can see, we've got this thing pretty dirty at some point. It's a really heavy-duty rack. It's nice and quiet. Part of that premium feature is going to be rubber insert here at the top. And also, well, it's more of a polymer insert at the top and the bottom down here to reduce noise. You'll hear that once we start moving it around. Let's get our overall distance here that we've actually added to the rear of the car. Looks like it's going to be about 31.5 inches. What we can do to reduce that, let's move right up here to the top of the mast. There's going to be a pin there. Simply pull that pin out. We can rotate our arms down into their stored position. And once we've got them in the stored position, we'll reinsert our clip there. As you notice, no noise. Something we usually always hear a little bit of noise there or something, but just not coming out of this rack. It's nice that they've incorporated those features to keep everything nice and quiet. Now with it in the stored position, we're going to be adding about 9 3/4 of an inch at this point. So it's nice and compact. Our ground clearance is going to be about 12 3/4 of an inch. And then at our closest point up here before the rack would actually make contact with the car, looking at about having 2.5 inches there. Now for access into the rear cargo area, we've got a 3-step process that we'll do. The first is going to be to loosen the T-bolt here. That acts as an anti-movement bolt. You can see with it tight, no movement, no play. As soon as we loosen it, you see we've got that movement in play. With that, we can pull out our pin and clip. And it's just a matter of lifting on that black T-handle located here. You'll see we've got more than enough room to get in that cargo area and get those things in or out that we're going to want. And to return it to where it's ready to head down the road, we'll just lift it until our pin goes back into place. Slide our big pin back through, secure it with the clip, and then we'll tighten up that set screw. Everything right back nice and solid. Now also included with the rack is going to be an anti-rattle bolt and a clip. Once we've got our holes lined up, we thread that in. You'll see no play or no wiggle as we're heading down the road. So this is going to be a really nice stable bike rack to head down the road we won't have to worry about. Now that we've had a good look at the CURT Premium 4 bike rack, we've seen how it's going to fit our 2016 Subaru Outback Wagon. Let's take a look and see how that rack performed when they had it out on our test course.
Here it is on our test course. We'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Next, we're at the alternating speed bumps, which we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Finally, we have the full speed bumps, where we'll see the up and down action, which is just like driving out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.